I have to talk about my weird experience today at the airport, but there is a silver lining, which is I finished this. It took so many hours to hand sew. I didn't cut the leather myself. It's one of the projects I took on. This one's from Babylon Leather. I think it's top grain. It's so much better to use than I thought it would be. I found out the original Hermes bags were meant to be travel bags, and it's so good for that. And I know because I ran around the airport so much. Unfortunately, I never got to my destination. So I'm trying to go to Copenhagen for a little less than a week. Our flight was supposed to leave from Orlando International to O'Hare at 6 p.m. We arrived 3, I think, and at 3:15 I got an email, oh surprise, we're changing your flight, and it was no longer through United. Instead, it's through JetBlue. So we went over to JetBlue, and I found out the second flight was going to be later. The second flight was going to leave even earlier than how much the first flight was delayed. The first flight was supposed to leave at 6, but instead it was going to leave at 11:55. The second flight from JFK to Copenhagen, scheduled to leave 11:45. So, just a minute. Okay, and then I went back to United, to try to get and we had checked into JetBlue. We didn't give the bags, but we thought, oh, this is the flight we're going to take. So we got like the boarding passes from the kiosk and the little tag to put on my bag. Then I went to, we found out about those delays, and we found out the next flight out of JFK to Copenhagen wouldn't be until 11:45 p.m. the next day. So we would have to be in that airport like all day or go to the city or something. So we went back to United, which is, by the way, like totally across the airport. And there was a flight. Oh, no. Before that, before we even left JetBlue, we called SAS, which is the Scandinavian Airlines. And the person was like, oh, you could do like this flight instead. That was United, but I can't book it for you. Like, I can make the reservation, but I can't issue the ticket. That has to be the airport. We went to United, like all the way back across the airport, and they said, and she said, yeah, you do have, the SAS lady said, you do have to talk to United. We went back to United, and they said, oh no, like we can't because you're checked into JetBlue. You have to uncheck in with JetBlue or talk to SAS. No, first they said talk to SAS. I was on hold like 40 minutes, and then the person hung up on me after she put me on hold to check to see if she could like unbook my flight to JetBlue. And then I called again, and I was on hold another 40 minutes, and we ended up missing the window where we would have been able to check our bag for that second flight. That would have it would have been a 3-leg flight to get to Copenhagen, but it would have happened. We went back to JetBlue to see if they could uncheck us, and she made a bunch of phone calls. Oh, and then SAS closed. They do not have 24-hour customer service. Therefore, I cannot recommend this airline. And then the story gets weird. It has I don't know. If I say it like that, you're going to expect more interesting than it is. It is a little interesting. Then we went back to United, and no one was there. Oh, when we went to JetBlue, she said she tried all these things after a long time. The person working there was very kind, and she's like, yeah, I successfully unchecked you in. We went back to United. There was nobody there, but there was a sign saying, go to the baggage office if you need help. or a gate pass. So we went there. They were very nice. There was 2 people trying to help us and rebook us on flights for like tomorrow. That would have gotten us there. So today's Tuesday. This would have been leaving Wednesday and getting into Copenhagen 7:20 a.m. on Thursday, which still would have been losing a whole day, but it is what it is. And then she said as she was doing that, someone else was booking at the same time. And she's like, I'm sorry, I can't do it because it seems like someone else is booking at the same time. You should just keep refreshing and seeing what's going on. So, like, keep refreshing on the website or something. So we left, and now I'm at my sister-in-law's house in Orlando. We went to, we're here, and I got a private phone call, which I usually don't answer, but I'm like, let me answer. And they said, is this my name? And I was like, yes, who's this? And they said, this is Sass. We just want to know, did you make the JetBlue flight? And I said, well, no, of course. And I explained why. And they're like, oh, JetBlue screwed you over. And they had like American accents. And they were saying that we need to call JetBlue tomorrow. And then they were saying that I have to call Sass tomorrow. And then they hung up on me. So that's the story. And I have no idea if I'm going to go to Copenhagen or not. But on the plus side, this bag is awesome. I so enjoyed it. And look how nice it is to wear. Like, it's so good while I'm traveling. Let me see let me switch. I'm 5'5", 5'4", 5'5". I don't know. It's perfect for me. And I didn't adjust the height, although the height is adjustable. It's so nice to open and close. Like, I can't really do it with one hand, but it's so nice. It keeps everything in. Oh, I should, though. I should open it to show you, like, what's in there. Okay, so, well, we could show, yeah. Like a phone, this isn't the phone I usually use, but, like, a phone can easily fit in there. So these are the things that I was keeping in a bag. You know, my wallet, and even passports. It's like nice and secure. So I'm really happy with it. It's really neat. I think I want to make more bags like this. And now that I have an understanding of how to put these on, I don't know, maybe I'll make other bags with this kind of closure. But yeah, I had a lot of, I'm getting more the hang of, hand stitching and saddle stitching. So like I know what feels right and what doesn't feel right. Like I know instead of forcing it kind of like I was on my first bag. Instead of like forcing it like I was on my first bag, I know to make it go smoother. And I think I might invest in something that makes nicer holes, because I think what I have now for the stuff I've made from like just straight up from leather hasn't been working as nicely as it did for this. So yeah, I'm feeling more inspired now. I just wanted to share that good news. So the day wasn't so bad, right? All right, thanks for watching.